Did anyone else used to use these as like tables for their Barbie dolls? Just me? Okay. My pizza's here. And then Tyler gets this crusty, dusty, disgusting drink. I look at the floor and I'm drunk. In pure llama way, I go, ah! I'm finally excited because I feel like I've curated my perfect mukbang look. I've been wanting my mukbangs to be on a wide screen or a wide angle lens because then I can see more of the food and like make it look prettier. Hey, it's Besties, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy. I've been wanting to do mukbang for so long. You have no idea. I started off my channel thinking that I was gonna do mukbang and I was like so shy because I only started doing vlogging and I did Vlogmas and I did everything last year, and now that I hit a year on YouTube and 400 besties, I finally feel confident enough. I also got a new camera. I'll tell you guys what we have today. We have a pizza, gluten-free. It's like Chicago deep dish pizza. Then there's these, I think they called it bold pepperoni, so they're extra seasoned. And then I have some wings on the side here. I don't know if you can see them. I'm doing a little rotate. Some wings. Look at the wings. So excited. And then I have this little cup of ranch because I use this Walmart Great Value ranch because poor gang. And then my boyfriend, because he ordered 2 pizzas, you end up getting free cinnamon sticks. I'm usually gluten-free, but he said, you know, just eat the cinnamon sticks because they're free. Look at that. So let's go ahead and dig in. I've been doing so many deep dives on marriages, so let's go ahead and try this pepperoni. This is like my first time trying it. So let's try this. I only eat pizza with ranch. Fun fact about me, I'll only eat pizza with ranch. Very American of me. That is amazing. Phenomenal. But, what was I saying? I don't have napkins, so that might be a mess. I've been doing so much research on weddings. Things that people consider to be disrespectful at weddings. So tell me your opinion on this, but I know that a lot of girls like to do the thing where like you eat cake from each other's hands and it's supposed to be romantic. But then I saw this TikTok and it was a girl essentially saying that if you're in your wedding and a guy smashes the cake in your face, there's like it was like 51% more chance of you getting a divorce. I forgot about napkins after I sat down and I've been busting it down. So essentially what she was saying was, if you're having a wedding and your boyfriend takes the cake, or the groom takes the cake and he smashes it in your face, even if it's not the groom, let's say if it's the bride, there's a more likely chance of there being a divorce because apparently it shows a sign of disrespect. I don't think that for all couples because some couples are just super playful, but I've seen guys on TikTok, this one guy, like essentially not tackled his wife, but like was shoving it in her face. And I felt so bad because brides pay a lot of money for their makeup. They also pay a lot of money for their dress. So God forbid the cake gets on their dress. I just feel like it is very inappropriate for some couples. But it is dependent on the couple, you know? And then another thing that I saw was if your husband plays jokes at the altar, like let's say if he does like a little thing where his friends handcuff him and take him away or anything like that, what do you feel about that? I don't think, okay, it depends on the couple because me and Tyler are pretty playful, but we've established that for YouTube, we're not going to do any insane pranks. Like I wanted to start launching him on my channel now that I have a camera, and we've talked about it and like how to be respectful. Like a lot of these people play really disrespectful pranks on their partner, and I don't know. I think it depends on your boundaries. Like, there's the one guy on TikTok, I think his name is like Vincent, and he talks to his girlfriend, like he curses her out every day. And people are like, just New Jersey boyfriend things. But if my boyfriend spoke to me like that, I'd be crying. I'd be screaming. Another thing I've been really looking into is churches. So in the South, like here in Texas, when I lived up north in Pennsylvania, I knew people who went to church. And I knew people who enjoyed church, you know? They went to, like, their little Sunday classes. And I was one of them when I was a child. I would go to, like, Wednesday afternoon classes after school. But I never took it as serious how people in Texas or in the South take church. It's insane. The churches here, they're mega churches, is what my coworker called them. They literally have gyms, daycares, high schools, all of that attached to them. Also, here's a wing. Look at that. It's amazing. Attached to them. And it's like people live at church, essentially. They go to church there, then they go to school, and then they go to the gym on their church, and then there's a playground on their church. So after their kids get out of school in the church, then their kids go to the playground in the church. And to me, that gives cult vibes. To me, okay? Like, I feel like the Waco siege and all of those situations come from things where the churches want people to just stay at the church. Like, in Pennsylvania, Amish is really big. And I think Mennonite people. And they live their whole life in the church. And I just find it really interesting. Like, if I could be Amish for a day to do a reporting piece or something. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the Nelka video on the Amish, but some of the Amish are allowed to use internet for their businesses. It's just interesting. Second wing. My nails are done, but I did them myself, so they're looking a little crusty. I eat wings like this. I just like peel off the skin, dip it in ranch. So good. One time I went to Buffalo Wild Wings. This is such a TMI story, sorry. But the food was amazing, and I love Buffalo Wild Wings. I love their carrots. They have amazing carrots. Do you like my Hello Kitty water bottle? Okay, back on the subject. One time when I was in Buffalo Wild Wings, I had just turned 21. And we were going to Buffalo Wild Wings on a anniversary date, I think it was, or like a date or a birthday or something. And it was just me and Tyler. And we went and we ate a bunch of food, and I loved the carrots. They were amazing. The lady was super nice. It was a great experience. At the dinner, right, they had this special. If you got, I think it was like Hennessy and Red Bull. It was some drink that apparently I shouldn't have drank, but it was like Hennessy and Red Bull or something, and I bought it. And I had just turned 21, so I drank it, and I felt so drunk after drinking this Hennessy and Red Bull. I literally felt like I drank 17 White Claws. It was just Hennessy and Red Bull. I don't know how much shots they put in it or what, but I was sweating. I was sweating. So I ended up telling Tyler, I'm like, Tyler, I feel really tipsy, but he's like, let's go to Best Buy. So we went to Best Buy after I like cooled down a bit. I went to the bathroom, and I felt like I was going to die. I've never drank Hennessy since. I'm not even kidding you. I will not drink Hennessy after this story, because I was just sitting on the toilet in this Best Buy. Number one, do you know how embarrassing that is? I'm in the Best Buy, praying for my life. I'm literally just like breathing, and Tyler's texting me. He's like, are you okay? What's going on? And I'm like, no, this Hennessy makes me, and I think, okay, my dad was telling me, if you have liquor and like an energy drink together, you can essentially like pass out. You can just pass out, like, because your heart can stop. And I think that's what was happening. Like, my body was fighting itself. I was fighting for my life on the toilet, legitimately. And I just felt like I was gonna throw up, but I didn't. And something similar happened to Tyler before when he drank tequila. So I'm guessing that some liquors just don't mix with yourself and how you kind of work, and they cause you to just freak out. I'm gonna have one of these cinnamon roll sticks. It's like a cinnamon stick. I'll show you what it looks like. Look at that. It looks so good. I'm gonna eat it. Why did I just have the strange impulse to dip it in ranch? It looks like an Italian dunker from school, or like a school lunch, like, you know, something you would dip in ranch. That was really good. I was just thinking about this. I'm gonna tell you guys the story about the first time I drank so much I threw up. Now, I am not a partier. I never really drank. I'm not a drinker. I'll have like one drink and I'm done. Just because I don't believe in drinking, don't believe in smoking. I love that other people do their life and do what they need to do. But me, myself, I'm a little crazy already. Can you imagine? Imagine me drunk? Exactly. So we went to this place in my hometown, and it was with my father-in-law, my boyfriend's uncle, and like a few other people. And we just went down, and it was my first night meeting a few people and just seeing people in a long time. And I remember I was just struggling to be social. Okay, I'm super social normally, okay? But I'm also like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm nervous. Tyler calls it social, but not socially aware. That's what he calls it. And it's true, because I'm super clumsy, and I just think that everyone's looking at me, or it's not in a way that, oh my god, everyone's looking at me, I'm so cute. It's just in a way that's like, oh my god, I'm nervous, I look hideous, everyone hates me, freaking out. So I'm just freaking out in this place, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a Jack and Coke. Now, if you don't know, that's Jack Daniel's whiskey and Coca-Cola. If you're young, a young bean. And Jack Daniel's whiskey, some Coca-Cola, I drank it. It was a double shot. I was perfectly fine. And then Tyler gets this crusty, dusty, disgusting drink called a Old Fashioned. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try it. It was disgusting. But he didn't want to finish it, and his uncle paid for it, so I think he felt bad. So he's like, can you help me finish it? I'm like, yeah, of course. So I helped him finish that Old Fashioned. So now we're down to like 4 or 3 shots of liquor. And then Tyler goes back up, and he goes, do you want another Jack and Coke? And I'm like, what? And it's so loud in there, and he's like, do you want another Jack and Coke? And I'm like, yeah. So then he gets me another Jack and Coke. So now we're probably at like 5 or 6 shots, and mind you, I've never done more than like 4. Okay, so I'm going, like, they're playing it was a cover band, and they were playing like Scotty Doesn't Know, Jesse's Girl, like that type of punkish, I don't know how to say it, like 90s, 80s, whatever music, I don't know, just like pop punk. And I'm there, and I'm feeling it. I'm like, wish that I had Jesse's Girl, and I'm like drunk, and I'm like, Jesse's Girl, and I'm losing it, and I'm shaking it. I'm not shaking anything, honestly. I'm shaking my head, and I'm SMH, not shaking my butt, because I'm just not much of a dancer. I think you guys, it's evident by my dancing video that I'm not a dancer. But I'm just bobbing. I'm like this. I'm bobbing. And the lights are dark, so I'm not feeling drunk, but the lights are dark. So I'm like, am I intoxicated? Am I not intoxicated? Like, what's going on here? Like, can you please answer me?
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
I stay with my family when I go back home. So we're staying with family, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sleep on this air mattress, okay? I sit down on this air mattress. The second the light in the house hit me, my eyes are looking different directions. The left is going right and right is going left. Everything is going like this. I'm not even kidding you. It looked like I was looking at a globe, and the globe was just spinning and spinning and spinning. And I'm going like this. I'm like, and it reminded me of that bathroom. I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna throw up? Like, am I gonna throw up? I don't know what's happening. I hate throwing up. I'm scared of throwing up. I'm freaking out, guys. So Tyler's like, what's wrong? Like, Tyler starts freaking out, and he like looks at me, and I close my eyes, and he goes, you need to brush your teeth, Cass, if you're gonna go to bed. And I go, everything is going left. And I'm just like, it's all going left, Tyler. Don't you see it going left? And I'm standing there, and I'm going like this. I'm like swaying. I'm like, it's all going left. And Tyler's like, oh my god, what's wrong with her? And he he's holding me. Like, he's behind me, holding me like this. And I'm going like this. And he looks at me. And he's like, are you alright? And I go, I'm gonna throw up. Just like that. I go, I'm gonna throw up. And so then I remember all this. I was not blacked out in any way. I run to the bathroom. I start, you know, puking, whatever. And I'm crying. And I'm like, I'm a terrible person. I'm the worst person ever. How am I a good person? Nobody's gonna like me. Like, I'm just a wreck. No, Tyler is the best boyfriend ever. Let me tell you why. He stood up with me all night. He took care of me. He was shoving crackers into my mouth, saying, please eat this, and he was freaking out. Like, I could see it in his eyes. His mother's a nurse. He's like, I'm thinking about calling my mom, Cass. Like, you need to relax. He was giving me water, just taking the max care of me, and not even being mean. I know a lot of girls come home on their boyfriends like, why would you drink like that? No, my boyfriend's not like that. He was sitting there, water in hand, cracker in another hand. Please drink this, Cass. It was so sweet. I finally get done with all of that, and I'm feeling like a little bit better. So I stand up, and I'm wearing like these Hello Kitty pants, I think. Or I was wearing like leggings or something. And I got up, and I wiped my dirty hands all over my leggings. I remember this. I walk outside into my mother's kitchen, okay? My mother, who is the cleanest little Puerto Rican woman. I look at the floor, and I'm drunk. In pure llama way, I go right onto the kitchen floor. And I go right back to bed. And I just remember every hour or so, or every hour or two, Tyler would just like nudge me and be like, go on your side. Are you okay? And he said he spent the whole night up thinking that I was gonna vomit on myself and die, which is like terrifying. Thinking that I did that to my partner, like I put them through stress. So I have not drank at all. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I will do one drink. That's it, since this incident. Please drink responsibly. Do not drink if you are under the age of 21. If you are out on business, if you're out in a professional setting, do not drink more than one drink. And if you are drinking one drink and you are a woman or anyone who feels vulnerable, you could be, you know, anyone who feels vulnerable, cover your drink or make sure your drink, you see it from the time that they handle it to the time that they hand it off to you. Always watch your drink. Always make sure you're okay. Because I don't know what was in those drinks that night, but I was a wreck. Take care of yourself, girl, because that was rough. I was rough. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye, guys.